That feeling of losing to a player who's worse than you just makes you want to break your racket, right? John McEnroe famously retired, bro. He retired in 1986 because he lost to Brad Gilbert. And in his words, if I'm losing to a player like that, I should just quit. I should retire. I'm never playing professional tennis ever again in my life. And how many tournaments have you seen a dude coming off the court like, I quit, I'm never playing ever again, I suck, blah, blah, blah. And the reason we often feel this feeling is because we've lost to a player who's quote unquote worse than us, right? And it's such an annoying, irritating feeling. So today we're going to talk about exactly how to never, ever lose to a player who's worse than you ever again. So if that's something you want, watch this whole video and subscribe, bro. Hit that subscribe because this channel's dedicated to helping you win more matches. I'm going to put the ball in your hand. My question to you is, why are you losing if this player is worse than you? Quote unquote worse than you. If this player is truly, genuinely, honestly worse than you, there's no way in hell that you should be losing. So why? Why are you losing? And today we're going to talk about my 4 tips that are going to help make sure you never lose to a player like this ever again. Okay, so bear with me. Number 1, fitness. I remember my first tournament back, like I go out 11 a.m. heat, I'm dying, I'm struggling. My opponent's just like, bro, I can do this all day long, okay? So I know immediately, like I'm losing this match, okay? I haven't even cleared number 1, which is fitness. So immediately that week after that tournament, I went, spent insane hours in the sauna to make sure the heat is fine. I worked hard on my fitness, and literally like in a week, okay, my fitness wasn't the reason I was losing. So then it moved on to number 2, consistency. And I know I always talk about this and we all don't like talking about this and nobody wants to play pushers. Why don't you want to play a pusher? Because it sucks. It's hard to play somebody who's consistent. And I'm going to be so honest with you. If you are losing to a player because he's more consistent than you, you are actually worse than that player. Just because your forehand looks all pretty and doesn't mean you're better than somebody else. He beat you. He beat you because he's more consistent. Okay, we all want to look like Roger Federer and, oh, I'm so amazing and look how beautiful my forehand is. But you keep losing, so what's the point? Like, we do want to have those beautiful strokes, but we need to be consistent. And the reason you're losing to players who like barely look like they can play, they have this weird, funny technique, is because you're just not consistent and they are. So please work on your consistency and understand that if you're not consistent, you're not going to beat anyone who's decent. And stop trying to say that someone's worse than you if they beat you because they were more consistent. Even if he sliced and was moonballing and doing all this crazy shit, if you lost because they were more consistent, they are better than you. And I know that's such a hard pill to swallow, but when you swallow it, you can now work on your consistency and never lose to a player like that ever again. Number 3. Okay, and actually before we get into tip number 3 and 4, if you just want to fast track your progress, bro, you want to go out and win your next match, you want to get fit quickly, fast, with as least effort as possible, my community was literally designed exactly for you. Link in description below. Number 3 is your strategy. If you have done fitness and you have done consistency, now we can talk about strategy. Now we can talk about aiming your weapon at their weakness. Where are you weak? How to take advantage. Come into net, serve and volley. When should I throw this in? When should I? How do I? Blah, blah, blah. Strategy, match IQ. But none of that's going to matter if you're not fit and you're not consistent. So please go get fit, go get consistent. Then we can talk about match strategy. And last but not least, number 4 is your mental attitude. Most important of all, like 70% of this game is mental. Only 30% is how cute your forehand looks, okay? The rest of it is mental attitude, okay? And I remember I had a second round loss in a tournament earlier this year, and it was all mental. He beat me 6-4, 6-4, and he was way worse than me, right? The same thing, like losing to players worse than you, okay? But mentally, he was there. He was ready to fight, and I was having a bad day, lots of personal things going on, okay? And so my mental, like I just wasn't there, and he beat me mentally. And most of the time we're losing mentally. I can guarantee you if a player is worse than you, but he's stronger in his mind than you, bro, you are losing that match. You're losing every single match to that guy for the rest of your life. So you really need to work on your mental attitude. Okay, get strong in the mind. It is the most important thing when we go out there and play matches, is your mind. And it's such a vague thing. Like, how do you actually improve your mindset? How do you stop doing bad habits? All this stuff. How do you actually get fit quickly? And if you want all these things packaged easily so you can save time on your journey to winning more matches and improving in this game of tennis, bro, my community was literally designed exactly for you, to take you from being a loser to being a winner, giving you courses in all the things you need, the fitness, the mindset, the mental attitude, match strategy, because I want you to improve quicker and go out and win literally your next few matches in a row. So if you want that, link in description below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video, bro. Peace.